My name is Mark Miner. I am an investigative writer and author. In my travels, I've investigated many people and places. Watch as I seek out stories that are typically outside of the box of normal. I am the Seeker.
Alright everybody, so I am at Monteith Park, and the reason why I came here was because I wanted to show you the original place where I'm going to call it the Willamette River Creature was first spotted by me, and how this whole thing started about writing the book Willamette Werewolves and the such. So I'm going to try to get this done without getting people a lot into the video, because it's daytime and this is a very popular park. So I will try to not get too many people in it. Okay, so the first time I came to this park, well, I shouldn't say the first time. So the day of the incident was, it was pretty late at night, and my fiance was actually working. She was a bartender at the time, and she's no longer my fiance. She's done, moved, and passed on, and now is married to someone else. So she was working as a bartender, and I was waiting for her to get off of work. And I have to watch where I step, it's kind of muddy. And so we decided to come here for like a little, how do I say, like a picnic, a little romantic picnic kind of thing. So I was gonna wait for her to get off work, and she got off work about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was about 2:30. We decided to come here because park closes at 10. There's usually nobody here. So we pulled up. There's the parking lot right over there. Sorry about the sun glare. And so we pulled up to the parking lot, and we decided to come down onto one of these decks. Yeah, and so we walked. It was dark, and we started walking down here. And so here's where the ramp is. So here is the ramp. So we decided to go onto this deck. So we walked down. So I'm going to walk with you like in real time of what happened. So we're walking down this deck, and anybody from Albany, Corvallis, Lebanon, they know where I'm talking about. They know this place. This is a pretty popular place. But again, it was dark, it was late, nobody was here. And so we're walking down here carrying our picnic basket and our blankets and everything like that. And down here at the deck, we decided, so here's the deck, we decided to lay out a blanket about right there. So as I'm laying out the blanket and putting the basket down, we hear this big old sploosh in the water. I mean, loud. It was almost like a car had just hit the water. It was loud. It made both of us jump, and we knew exactly where it came from. So as you can see, where I'm laying my blanket, it came from here. So we walked over to this edge and looked down at this water. There's the tree line. Here's the water. And this is where we saw the thing, I'm going to say the creature, swimming. So there are light posts here. So there was some light out here, and plus it was a full moon that night. So as we're watching this thing, this is how fast we're going on this, watching this thing swim right through this water, and it's leaving like a wake of waves behind it. So we get to about right here. So I'm going to back up and show you where we're at on the balcony. So we get to right here, and that's where the creature, so we're standing at this railing, and we see the creature snatch a duck in its mouth. You know, like a dog does when it bites, it just goes like that, and it like makes this duck just go crazy. And so it climbs up into the woods here, and so as it climbs up in the woods, it's munching on this duck. So I may have to cut this tiny bit short because there's people coming up here down on the balcony. Little side note, this bench right here, I met Teresa Yearwood. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and then I'll pick up here in a little bit. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Okay guys, so we're back online, or on camera. So I was actually talking to some really cool people, and they gave me some great hints about what I'm reporting to you right now. So let's pick up back with this story. So it actually climbed, this creature actually climbed up this bank and was growling and eating this duck. So I decided I wanted to see it. So me and my fiance are standing at this railing, and so I took my car keys out of my pocket, similar to these, and I just jingled them, and to get the creature's attention. Yeah, not a smart moment. So the creature definitely looked at us, and it growled. I'm gonna tell you, when this thing growled, it was kind of like a lion. And then it emitted this roar that was like between a lion and a wolf. It was shaking. It scared us so much that my fiance at the time started crying, and I decided we're out of here. So I went to go pick up the blanket, which was, again, about right there. Pick up the blanket and the basket, and as we're walking, my fiance is standing right there at the ramp, and this creature's over there in the woods. So I'm going to walk you through this. We pick up the thing. It's dark. We start walking up the ramp, and we get to about right here, and this thing lets out another growl. So we stop. So there's a light right there. We have a little bit of light, and then it goes quiet. So we walk a little bit further up this ramp, and we get to about where this light pole is, and it stops us. Now we're pretty close to this wooded area on this side, but it was on this side over here, and it emits another growl. So we decide to stop again. So we continue walking up this ramp, and we get almost to that. So we're walking very slowly, and we get to this ramp, and to the beginning of this ramp. Hi, how you doing? And this is where fiance was told to run. So basically the fiance was told, take off running. The car's over here, past the bathroom thing, over to the parking lot, and I will stay behind and take whatever's gonna happen. So she runs. I get as far as this sidewalk, almost to this grass, and I hear it right behind me. So I turn, and it's standing right there where that sign is. That is maybe 25 feet from me. So I decided to stand still. I'm scared off my butt. I mean, you don't understand. I'm scared to death here. I know I'm gonna die. So this thing walks towards me, gets to about, so here's that sign. It walks about right there. I am right in front of that crack. It is probably 5 feet from me. So there's about 5 feet between us. And it just stares at me. It just stares at me and doesn't throw its fangs or anything. And Then I like hit my foot, like stop my foot and say get, and then it looks at me, like cocks its head and looks at me and doesn't understand. And so I pound my foot again and say get, and it just turns around and walks right back into the bushes. Those are blackberry bushes. It is very hard to walk through there. So anyways, I turn around and I start walking this way. I'm not running. I want to walk because I don't want to startle this thing. I stop right here on this thing right next to the bathrooms, and I look back. Gone. It's gone. So I decide to run all the way back to the car where my fiance sitting in the car, who was still crying. So I get to the car and I'm calming her down. She's in the driver's seat, I'm in the passenger, and I'm telling her we need to get to the police station. So we go to the police station and we try to file a report, and they basically just laugh at us. So we just walked on, and we just walked away. We didn't file anything. So we resume life as normal, and we go to work. And then one night while we're in the bar, she's doing her job. She's a bartender, like I said, and I'm just sitting at the bar having a drink. Me and her tell some people about it, and they laugh at us. So we decided to keep our mouth shut. It was probably about a couple months later, I saw this ad, or this article, very short article in the paper, about a guy in Crabtree, Oregon, who was attacked by a chupacabra. Of course, there's no such thing as chupacabra here in Oregon. That's a Mexican thing in Mexico. So I decided to go investigate, and I talked to the guy. I didn't tell him anything about my situation or anything about my story, and it was the same creature. So that's the story of the Monteith Monster, or the Willamette River. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go, and like I said, I talked to some people down there that gave me some great leads, and I'm gonna go do some investigating on that, and then I will talk to you soon. Bye. Alright guys, so I am on the other side of the Willamette River from where I was, and it has like this little dock here that I'm walking on, so you can kind of see the Willamette in its full glory. Let's see if I can get out here far enough. So there, over there, that right there was where I was just at, on that deck over there. So now I am across the river. So this is the Willamette. Okay. So here is the other side of the bank. So we're gonna go on this trail up here because this is where I just found out through an eyewitness or a witness who said that 2 years ago there were people who were gutted here. So we're gonna walk on these trails and kind of just explore a little bit and see kind of what the topography is. You know, you have to excuse the traffic. We're underneath a bridge where the traffic is. 2 bridges here. So it's kind of loud with the traffic. But as we get into this trail, that sound should go away a little bit. So this is it's called Taquina Landing. So this is the trail here, and it borders you can't really see it, but through those woods, there's like a golf course. On this golf course, there have been reports of a black cougar, or what seemed like a cougar. I've never heard of a black cougar. I think what they mean is like a panther. But the golf course has actually scared this thing off a couple of times. And, you know, of course, 911's been called, animal control. Those people come out, they can't find the cat anywhere. So, as you can see, this foliage around here is pretty dense. But this is a pretty popular trail that people walk on and run on, bike on, whatever. But out here in these woods, I don't know exactly where these bodies were found, but there were 2 people who were apparently gutted. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying what the guy told me was a lie. I don't know. I just heard it. So I am going to, when I get home from this expedition, I'm going to look this up and do some research for you guys and do an update. But I want to show you a couple of things first. Isn't that cool? Somebody made a bench. That's really cool. And when you walk your dogs, pick up your bags. That is so annoying. So there's garbage cans around this park. You should get rid of that. Anyways, so we're gonna walk on this trail a little bit and kind of get the feel of what it's like around here. So anyway, so these people, apparently, to this guy that just told me, and I didn't get his name, which was really weird because usually I ask for people's names, but we were talking so fast because we were really having a great conversation. But he was saying that the 2 women that's been gutted out here, he said women. I don't know if it's a man and a woman, or 2 men, or 2 women, or well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to do some research and find out. This is the area that he said these women were found in. So there is the Willamette right next to this trail. I don't know if they were found by the water or if they were found in the woods. So there are druggies who come down here. There are homeless people that come down here. But he said that one instance along the Willamette, some ways down, sorry, I thought I heard a noise, some ways down further that way, I know that doesn't mean anything to you guys, but was a woman who was hanging off the side of a bridge, kind of on a sign, and people, she was screaming, she was hollering. It was very kind of scary for the people who saw it because they didn't understand how she got up so high. That they called 911, these people that saw her, and reported it. So the police came out to talk to this woman, the Albany Police Department, and she was saying that something very dark and non-human, but in a, how do I say, what did he say? Non-human, but that looked like kind of like a human, was chasing her. And it scared her so much that she actually went up that high to get away from it. So that's another one I'm going to look up to see if there's a report filed on that, or if any kind of story was written up on that, or anything. So there is some sirens going off. Kind of sets the mood for this, right? And there are trails that walk up in there, which we're not going to do that, because usually when there's a trail that goes up in the woods like that, usually means it's leading to somebody's homeless camp, and you know, you got to be respectful, kind of thing. So anyways, This trail is actually a pretty cool trail. It is. So I know I was a little rushed in talking about what happened at Monteith with my experience, but I don't want it to take away that I wasn't scared to death. Let me tell you, that was one of the scariest times in my life, being faced with this thing. And like I said, it led me to that article in the paper about that guy in Crabtree, which I did go talk to. I'm hearing noises. Oh, it's a bird. Anyways, at the time, this was years ago. It's like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. No, it's way more than that. That's years ago. Maybe 12 years ago. I wasn't smart enough to record it by camera or by audio, because all I was intending on doing at the time was writing a book about it. So I talked to the guy. He walked me all along the road. I guess he was at the bar and walked along the road. And I'm actually gonna go to Crabtree and show you this location and kind of walk it through with you guys again. I tried to find the guy here recently to re-interview him, and he has since moved. And nobody in that town, and it's a rather small town, knows where he moved to. So I can't get him back on camera. So I will follow up with that. But which will probably be after this video. But so what I'm gonna do is, there's the rest of the trail. I'm not gonna walk this whole trail because it is cold out here. So I'm gonna keep heading back. I'm gonna head back. So that story, I told the guy when I interviewed him in Crabtree, if you know of anybody else that has seen this creature or been attacked by this creature, let me know. And that led to a rancher, which led to a person in town, which led to another person. So within 3 years, I had over 42 accounts of people seeing this creature, being approached by this creature, having the creature come up to their house and look in the windows, you know, whatever, being attacked by this creature. So I seen it. I seen it. I was face to face with this thing. I seen it. And there are artist renditions of what I saw, which I'll interject here. However, I know this thing exists. What it is, where it resides, no clue. But it seems to always be around water, around specifically the Willamette River, which is why I dubbed it the Willamette River Creature. I didn't have any other good name for it, because it's not a werewolf, it's not a dogman, it's not any of that. I did research on this stuff. I mean, we all know what werewolves are, right? I'm familiar with what a dogman was, so I did research on that. It's not a dogman. It's not anybody who's human who transforms into a monster. It's nothing like that. It's not somebody who's suffering from lycanthropy. It's not nobody with porphyria. It's not anything like that. This thing was legitimately what it was. So I don't want anybody reading into this or trying to read between the lines. I'm telling you like it is. I'm telling you the facts. I'm showing you the locations. And yeah, so I'm showing you guys real time as I'm reliving it or going to these places and showing you the locations so that you can keep up with it. The funny thing about this is there are no police reports. Police have been called. Animal control has been called. A lot of agencies have been called when these things happen. Even, people going to the hospital, they have their medical records. Of course I can't put that on here because, confidentiality. So that's odd to me. Why? Like, I can't just go to the police station and ask for police reports on certain things because they don't exist. So I don't know why. I really don't know why. I always thought that when you call the police to a location, it automatically generated a report. Not necessarily. So that might be in their logs, but what good is that going to do for us? It's just going to prove that this police officer or police officers went to this location on this date at this time. It doesn't prove anything. So there's no, I don't know, it's almost like it's just ignored. I don't know how to, it's a mystery, which is why I'm doing this. Which is why it intrigued me to write my book, Willamette Werewolves. And I called it Willamette Werewolves because you have to write a book that sells. And werewolves sell. But it's not a werewolf. So I just kind of turned it into a werewolf for fiction's sake of it. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go to the next location and I will talk to you soon. And we'll continue with this investigation. Talk to you later. Alright guys, so I'm back at home now, and it was a rather long trip for me, and hopefully you guys were very patient with me going between spots, I should say. So I'm going to do some research and find out about those murders on the river, and try to do a little digging around. Hopefully I don't anger some people off or set up too many red flags, so to speak, because I like a peaceful life. And then I will get back to you guys and do like an update for you, okay? So the next place I'm going to go to is Crabtree, Oregon, that I mentioned before, and show you that location. In that video, that episode, I will do an update for you on the murders that's happened on Willamette River here in Albany, if they happened. So we'll find out. So we'll see. So anyways, you guys hit those likes. Comment to me if you've seen anything like a creature, Black Panther, people in black, whatever, around the Willamette River, Albany area. If you know anything about these murders, let me know. If you know about any incidents, let me know. Leave it in the comments. If you would like for me to go to a certain place or do a certain investigation, leave it in the comments, by all means. And keep subscribing, guys. I love that you're subscribing. All you new people, I love you. So just keep those subscriptions, if I can say the word, coming. So remember, live weird, stay weird, be proud to be weird. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.